Okay, today we're going to be going over how to get the Rito Divine Helm. After you complete the Wind Temple, you're going to want to go to the Rospro Pass Skyview Tower. And from there, you're going to want to open your map and place a marker on the Biron Snowshelf. So you're going to it's going to really be somewhere around the B, where I have it here. But if you just point it in the general direction, it's going to be fine. Because you'll see when we get there. So the quickest way to get there is to just take the Skyview Tower and use Tulin to wind blast you towards the mountain. You're probably going to want to stop a couple places on these islands so you can get your stamina back. So we're just going to be traveling. Make sure you're going in the right direction. And it's going to get pretty cold, so right now I have a ruby shield in order to keep me warm. I'm going to take one of these rockets and attach it to one of my shields just to get me some more air time. Which I didn't actually use. I thought that you were going to be able to use the rocket or use the shield in the midair, but apparently that's not the case, so that's why I didn't end up using it. So just keep on wind blasting yourself towards the mountains. And like I said, it's going to get pretty cold here, so you're going to want to either have some armor or have some food buffs or have a shield with a ruby on it to keep you warm. So once you get there, what you're going to be looking for is essentially a giant frozen rock that it's going to be right behind me on this mountain here. Right there. A giant frozen glacier. So you're going to make your way up to there, and you're going to set down some wood to start melting it. The ruby shield will melt it, but you'll be sitting there for like 15-20 minutes if you're going to rely on just the ruby shield. You could use bomb flowers. I don't like to waste bomb flowers on that. So just go ahead and get out some wood and start you a fire, and it'll be done here in a couple seconds. So it's probably best also to go off into this corner, and well, I'm gonna do it here in a second. But you're gonna want to go off into the corner and stick some wood inside that corner, and it's gonna roll down in there, so that way it's gonna keep the fire going as it's melting. Alright, and then once it's melted enough, you're going to go into the cave. And this is why I didn't want to waste the bomb flowers on the door, because you're going to need some bomb flowers in order to blast the rocks that you're going to need. So I was just making one of my swords before I went in there, because I didn't know if there was going to be any enemies or not, or if there was going to be some ore to mine. So you're going to have a couple of these rocks that you're going to want to blast. make your way down the hole. Make sure you don't fall to your death. But there is water, so don't worry too much about it. But just make your way safely down. I'm gonna grab this chest real quick. And you're just gonna get a couple arrows. So you're going to want to basically use the wind tunnel, that's right here, to look for these rocks. Get your bomb flowers out and explode them. And as you can see, there's going to be some water that's going to come out. Essentially, you're going to keep on doing that until it fills up enough for you to move that statue right there. So let's go ahead and I missed the I missed the air tunnel. I do that a couple times because I didn't realize my bow died, or my bow shattered, so I wasted a fairy. But you just bear with me for a second. So there should be like 3 or 4 of these waterfalls that you need to break open in order to move this. But there's also some fake caves that have some items in there, some Zubats that are gonna shock you. And you're gonna see me, or they're gonna freeze you. You're going to see me struggle with them for a second. Because I have a giant sword. And I'm trying to fight a little bat. So I didn't know what I was getting into when I first came into this cave. So I got my bearings. Got a couple eyeballs. You're just gonna want to look around the cave, though. Make sure you do your due diligence in exploring. There's a couple bomb flowers and bright bloom seeds, and of course, be careful of the bats. Alright, once you got your thing, once you've gotten the final waterfall, the statue's going to move, and as you can see, there's a chest in there, and that's where you're going to find your Divine Helm. So, just make your way over to the cave. And if you notice, I'm not exactly sure why, but the water in this cave heals you. So I went and floated around a little bit instead of eating my food. And there you got the Rito Divine Helm. Gives you some pretty decent cold resistance. I got the Arctic Greaves on and the snow helm, and that pretty much helps you out with any major cold that you're going to have to deal with. So I ended up traveling back to the Rito Village to talk back to Tulin, and he doesn't actually say anything else. It's just I just ended up doing it for continuity's sake, but that is how you get the Divine Helm. So comment, like, and subscribe if you want some more Tears of the Kingdom how-to guides.